Hey everybody, it's Cooking with Gracie Love, and I am the one and only Gracie Love. So, I've been thinking a lot about my childhood lately and just craving things that used to make me so happy when I was a kid, when I would just be able to enjoy those things. And now, as an adult, I can appreciate the flavors and the taste a lot more than when I was just stuffing it in my mouth when I was a kid. So, today I want to do one of my favorites, deep dish pizza. Okay, and there's a lot of different ways that people build it and put it together. My parents, they would go to a lot of different places. I'm three in particular that I can remember: Giordano's, Gino's East, and Uno's. And so again, everybody builds their deep dish the way, different ways. But this is the way that I remember it tasting like and feeling like. This is the way it was built for me. So I'm going to show you guys a quick, easy way that you guys can make this incredible Chicago style pizza right in your own home. Okay. So what you want to start with is your pizza dough. Now, if you're somebody fancy and want to make pizza dough, that's completely up to you. But you can also go and get the already made pizza dough right in the can. Okay. So you want to get two of those because it's a deep dish pizza. You're going to need a bottom layer and then you're going to need a top layer. Okay. So I got my bottom layer. I'm using a cast iron skillet. You want to use a deep pan, obviously, because it's a deep dish and you want to be able to get those layers like that. I like putting it in the cast iron and using that. But if you don't have a cast iron, use a deep pan that's oven safe. Okay. So I got my first pizza roll already rolled out and put into my cast iron skillet. So I'm going to do pepperoni and I'm going to do Italian sausage. That's completely up to you what you want to put inside of your pizza. If you're a veggie lover, you can do that. If you're one of those Hawaiian style pizza lovers and you want to do the pineapples, whatever you want to do with your inside, what you want your little toppings to be, that's completely up to you. So I'm doing pepperoni, like I said, and I'm also going to do Italian sausage. That's really kind of one of the things my mom would get on her pizza: Italian sausage and pepperoni, extra cheese. So again, you can go and get whatever type of pepperoni you want to go get. Big, huge ones. I like to get these little mini ones so I can have a lot of pepperoni. So I am going to just cover the bottom with pepperoni, and then we'll move on to the next protein that I'm going to add inside of my pizza. So just covering the bottom with all my little pepperonis. And again, whatever filling you want to use in your deep dish pizza, go for it. Let me know how it comes out. All right, I think that's cute. I'm gonna add two more. I like it when you can have a piece of that meat in every bite. I want meat and cheese and crust in every bite. I don't want crust and cheese in one bite and meat and crust in another bite. Like, I want everything in every bite every time I bite into it. So my first little layer right here with my pepperonis. Okay. Now I got my Italian sausage already cooked. Okay. And so I'm going to add that to the bottom. Now you can add all of this to the center. I'm going to save just a little bit of mine because I want to add it to my top layer, but that's completely optional. You don't have to do that. You can just put all of the meat inside of the middle. All right, I think that is good. That looks pretty. Okay, so this is what you want it to look like once you added your toppings. If you're gonna do of pepperoni and ground meat, this would be a good look for that. All right. So now that we've got that, we're gonna add our cheese, okay? Now, typically it's just mozzarella, but I have this in my refrigerator and I would like to get rid of it. So we're going to add a little bit of Italian style cheese on there. Again, completely optional, and you can play with your cheeses. The first time I did a deep dish, I added the sharp cheddar on the top of it. So you can play with your cheese, okay? So again, I'm doing this Italian style cheese, but typically it's just mozzarella. Mozzarella. How do you say mozzarella, guys? Mozzarella, mozzarella. All right. So I'm gonna just empty that because, like I said, I don't want to have that hanging out. Okay, now mozzarella. You can use any type of mozzarella. This says whole milk. Doesn't really matter. Lots of mozzarella. And like I always tell you guys, we like it cheesy. So nice, healthy helping of cheeses applied to this deep dish pizza. And again, one of my childhood memories is going and getting deep dish pizza. And sometimes we would sit at the restaurant and eat it, or, we'll bring it home. But that was definitely a comfort food, right? A deep dish pizza, definitely a guilty pleasure comfort food all the way, all the way. So this is what it looks like once you've got that cheese on there. Looks amazing. It's gonna be really cheesy. Okay, now let's add some sauce. So in here I have the marinara sauce, and I like to use pasta sauce. I don't like to use pizza sauce. I don't like that weird tangy. It's a weird flavor that it has that I just can't even describe it. I just don't like it. So I like to use the pasta sauce. I like to use the marinara because it gives you that sweet flavor. And then also I like to add the tomato paste. Okay, so let me say that again, tomato paste, because that's going to give it that thickness that that pizza sauce has, okay? So marinara and tomato paste. And I mix that together, and then I'm going to pour it right over that cheese. And I'm going to leave a little because I'm going to add that to that second layer, okay? So let me get my brush. I love my little brush. This is like the best thing ever. I'm gonna, it's like a OCD thing that I do have where I have to like rinse it when I take it out. Cups, spoons, whatever. Okay, so I love my little brush. Like I was saying, you can get one of these for like at the dollar store and you'll love it. Oh, that looks gorgeous. Okay, so set that aside. And then that's what it's gonna look like, that second layer. What would that sauce layer? Okay, so now we're ready to add our second pizza dough layer. Okay, so I want to roll mine out first and then set it on top. This guy's been having a long day. So go ahead and make sure you check, because sometimes the can, when you open it, it can get stuck to your pizza dough. So be very cautious of looking out for that. All right, so unrolling the dough, and mine is very loose just because it's been sitting. So the colder the dough is, the better. All right, so I'm gonna throw it right on top. Don't worry if you get holes on it or whatever, because you're gonna poke holes in it anyway. So don't worry about it. And yes, let it hang. Let your dough hang low, okay? And then I'm gonna poke holes. I'll use a knife. But you can use your fingers. But I don't really want tomato sauce all in my nails. Okay, so I got my little holes pressed in there. I'm gonna do one more over here on the side. There we go. All right, and then I am going to got my holes pressed in there. Some people do like 4 big holes. You can do it how you like, but make sure you have those holes. That's important, okay? And so onto there, I'm gonna sauce it up again using that leftover sauce. Put it around. Very nice, very nice. I feel like I'm painting a picture. This feels like a sip and paint. Okay. So then I'll add the rest of my meat, that Italian sausage that I saved. Okay. And then I'm going to add some more pepperoni. Let me spread this out. Okay. And then I'm going to add some more pepperoni on the top of that. Now, this time when I add my cheese, I'm just going to add some grated Parmesan. Add a few pepperonis. Oh, this looks so pretty. Okay. I think that's nice. One more. Boom. Okay. So now, like I said, for this last top, I'm going to add grated Parmesan. Nice, healthy helping of that Parmesan cheese on there. Wow. Whoa. Okay. Now, I know you're like, what about all that stuff hanging off the side? You're going to want to cut that off, okay? So make sure that both of the doughs are together and you're just going to cut it right off. You don't need it, so don't worry that it's been touching the counters and everything because you're cutting all that extra. So now I'm done cutting all that dough off of the side of the pizza. So that's what it's gonna look like now. Doesn't that look amazing? Like I said, just cut that extra dough off. Don't gotta be really fancy. This is at home, okay? So you can, not be so insecure when you're cutting off the edges. So now I'm gonna put this inside of the oven. Now I love my air fryer setting, so I'm gonna use my air fryer setting to cook mine. And you just wanna go ahead and just cook it until that cheese is melted. So for me, probably about 30 minutes. For you guys, if you're baking, you wanna do it at 350, maybe 400 degrees, but you wanna keep your eye on it. But I typically do 350 for about an hour if I was baking it. So into the oven, this is going to go. And because I'm using my air fryer setting, I'm going to put it on my bottom rack because I don't want that air fry to burn. Okay. Boom. So once that cheese is really ooey gooey in the center and it looks all golden brown with the crust, we're going to pull it right out and it is going to be time to take you on a trip through my childhood. All right, it is time to take out this pizza. It looks so amazing. So let's get it out of the oven. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that, you guys. That crust is nice and golden brown. That cheese is ready. Oh, wow. It smells like a pizzeria. Okay, so I am going to get to my favorite part. We're going to cut inside of this thing. Let me get my glove back so I can hold the handle. I love my mini gloves. Okay. And this is a big sucker, okay? It's a deep dish, so you'll have to really cut down. And I have a terrible time trying to like get things centered when it comes to like cutting pies and things like that. So I try to start in the middle and just go from there. Yeah, I'm gonna really cut in there because it has the two crusts in there, remember? Go here. Oh, yes. Oh, it smells delicious. I can already see the cheese melty nice. Right? Then I'm going to get my spatula and I'm going to dig in there. And I did spray my cast iron as well with some cooking spray so that way it wouldn't stick. So keep that in mind before you put that dough on there. And like I said, this is a big, thick daddy. Oh man. That's how good that crust is cooked in there. If you have a pizza cutter, I definitely suggest that. All right, baby. Look at that. This is going to be wild. Let me move all of this. Oh my goodness. This is craziness. Can you guys see that? That's spectacular. Oh my gosh. So, as a child, I definitely would not use a knife and fork, but for camera purposes, I'm going to cut into it with my knife and fork. Oh my goodness, baby. That is amazing. That is amazing. Oh man, here we go. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That is definitely my childhood. That is built so perfectly. The pepperoni has a nice little crust to it. That cheese, like I said, that cheese is stupid. Mm. That Italian sausage is just perfect. Oh, it's just that sauce is just perfectly nice and thick. And it just has that good sweet marinara, that thickness from that tomato paste. Baby, this is done right. You don't have to go get you a frozen deep dish pizza. You don't have to go and spend an outrageous amount of money. I just showed you how to make an incredible deep dish pizza, just like a Chicago style pizzeria, right in your own home, baby, with some basic ingredients. Mm, mm. Big Mac moment, definitely. Mm, so delicious. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, and comment. Okay. If you tried any different ingredients, let me know. Also, go to Amazon, get your copy of Quick Fix Meals by yours truly. And again, like I said, make sure that you like, subscribe, share, tell everybody. Maybe we just made deep dish pizza right here. Didn't take long at all. Like I said, not expensive ingredients, and it's delicious. I'll see you guys next time.